with the Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Let the fucking bass with the Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Let the fucking bass crack. Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Let the fucking bass crack. Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Let the fucking bass crack. Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Let the fucking bass with the Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Let the fucking bass with the
Hello Pokemons, welcome back to Time Tenshi, you know, boobs, the lolly, the treat, the best game in the world. First time we sort this little fucking corner out. Come here, dick. There you go. Well, yeah, we're going to continue. Bit skippy. December attack. Fucking nice, I don't know it's been since I've recorded this. Ooh, did you know that? Back to it anyway. Hi Rose, this is day 2. Oh, hi Rose. Oh Kenji, come in, I want to speak with you. It's not. Same day, I remember, never mind, I was talking to the other girls, wasn't I? No, she's got my English accent now, I remember. Fucking hair's in the fucking way. I wanted to apologise for my behaviour earlier, I was certainly not behaving like myself. May I try introducing myself again? Of course. She reached her hand out and took it and shook. She smiled at me sweetly. My name is Rose. I hail from the southern part of England. Oh, I thought I could hear an accent. Haha, well, it's not really as thick as it used to be, that's for certain. So what exactly happened to make you behave so differently? Well, Michelle is more of an expert when it comes to the science behind it, but going through the time window definitely has effects on every person, male or female. There used to be far worse things that could happen before we were allowed to go through, like complete adrenaline failure and becoming comatose. It took us a while to work out the kinks on those sort of things, so you tested on things. I could see her shift uncomfortably. I'm not exactly comfortable talking about it. Is there anything else aside from that would you like to know? Yeah, how did you start working for my grandfather? Ah, well, that's an easy one. We were searching for some of the best scientific engineering minds the world has to offer. His words, not mine. Heard that twice now. So you were studying to be an engineer too? Nope, I was studying general science and pharmaceuticals, also brain chemistry, human biology, also sort of that stuff like that. Can't speak. I was going to be one of those people who works on a new medication. I still do when I'm not working here. Oh wow, cool. Those medications. Have you made it? What medications have you made so far? That's classified. Sorry. If you actually want to know why I'm here, while you're here, I noticed some fencing headgear. It's fencing headgear on the elegant chair in her room and a saber in against the wall. So you're into fencing? Oh yes, I grew up learning how to fence. I also enjoy a bit of tennis from time to time. Standard. Very active then? Yep, I go out every day for a run around the lab perimeters and work out in the gym. Sweet. Born in Vietnam! Sorry, what? Let me reread this because I felt aware because I had to do something. Yeah, I go out every day for a run around the lab perimeters and work out in the gym near the entertainment centre. I could give you some lessons sometime if you want. What's that picture in the background she has? Looks weird. Anyway. Fuck. Open for now. Yeah. I warn you, however, I get very wet whenever I work out. You're just gonna come out and say it? Oh, I mean sweaty. Get very, never mind. Anything else you would want to ask me? Are you feeling better now as opposed from today earlier? Well, it usually takes the full 24 hours for the effects to wear off physically and mentally. Myself and Kyo can revert back pretty quickly. Though we still tend to slip under during the drop. What the hell? I didn't press that. Can we go back at one? I didn't press anything. Go back. Well, it actually takes 24 hours physically and mentally. Myself, Kyo, can revert back pretty quickly. Though we still tend to slip up during the drawback period. So Michelle not go through the time window, or do the mental effects just last longer on her? Michelle is our commander and advisor. She makes sure things don't go wrong while we are through the time window. So she kind of has to stay on the other side and watch, no matter what. Since she knows the technical stuff much better than Kyo and I. Ooh. What about my grandfather? Tensei keeps track of many other things while the time window is open, usually but he's there for emergency backup. Earlier today he went to get you, even though I was still through the window, because he trusted Michelle enough to handle it on her own. He respects Michelle quite a bit with his technology. She's one of the biggest helpers in actually putting it together. I see. Any other questions? I think that's about it for now. I should let you rest. I'll talk to you more later, I hope. Of course, Kenji, you're living here with us now. You obviously see me around. True. Her smile was absolutely stunning. I stepped out back into the hallway with a wave. I should visit Michelle. Hey, Michelle. Oh, hey, Kenji, still around, I see. Yeah, everything alright? Just fine. Just fix up a few things on the database before we prepare for our next jump through the time window. Takes a lot of energy and planning to make sure everything goes correctly. Ah, I see. Bring you a bit forward. Was there anything else you wanted to know, Kenji? I can answer any questions you have. I know your grandfather wanted you to wait, but if you're up for it, I can give you a bit more detail on working on this lab. Yeah, actually, I was kind of wondering about a few things. Like what? Well, did you agree to help my grandfather build this? Ah, that's an easy one, you see. I'm the eldest of the trio of girls here, and such. I've been pursuing my scientific and engineering career for quite a while now. I've always wanted to be a part of a bigger project and push things to the absolute limit. Sometimes that is the only way to discover new things. True. When your grandfather came to me, I was stood over at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology getting my PhD in mechanical engineering, minor in material science of engineering. Fucking hell, what the fuck. Gramps saw this as a perfect combination for his studies and asked me to help out. Okay. Don't you find it kind of suspicious that you got all girls for this project? At first glance it is extremely suspect, yes. I have my doubts about his intentions. But once you get to know him, you can tell that Gramps is a very nice and genuine man. It didn't come just because we were attractive or because we are female. He came to us because we are some of the most intelligent in our fields across the entire world. My grandfather, he did his research. He went for younger people as opposed to older people because he felt they had more open minds. So did he tell you why he wanted to make a time machine in the first place? Gramps is a very interesting individual. He literally told me the first time we discussed this idea of his, he wanted to do this simply to see if he could. I asked him, what if you put all this together, all this time, money and resources into this pipe dream, only to fall on your face? And you know what he told me? He said, well then, at least I tried to do something possible instead of just dreaming about it for the rest of my life. Gramps wanted to test his imagination, his ideas. He wanted to put forth his formulae. Formulae? Do you mean his formula and break the wall? Did he mean formula? I don't know. And break the laws that mankind has set for themselves, and look at that, he did it. So do you guys use it for him? Wait, what did I say? I don't know if I read that right. Do you guys use it for? What do you guys use it for then? Oh shit. Well, we're going to use it to confirm history, merely as observers. We are going to go back and make sure that the things in the history books actually played out the way they were. Scientists and engineers working as historians. If you want to simplify it like that, by all means. Unfortunately, we didn't get to do that for very long. What do you mean? What happened? I suppose I should tell you about this now rather than later. One day, as we were... I heard a big bang. Do you hear that? No? Okay, never mind. One day, as we were nearing at the end of development, we were hacked by an espionage organization. Somehow, they gained word of our developments and stole back what was essentially the complete research that we held in our possession. Oh, the company's name is Crontech. Ever since they copied the blueprints from under our noses, we've had to do two jobs. Our main historian job, as well as tracking them and making sure that they don't alter time in any way. If they do that, well, then time could potentially fall apart. We know that risk when we started developing the machine, It's unfortunate but the blueprints got out of our hands before we could stop contact. Oh man, how do you prevent them from doing anything? We usually cut them off in the past using destructors developed to send them back to their own time without hurting them. Tenshi is working on getting a lock on their location in order to shut down their facility for good. Hasn't had any results as of yet. However, dang, have you tried renegotiating with them, telling them their dangers? Of course, they go against our words, saying that science was meant to be tested. They are inherently evil people. We just aren't sure whether they are responsible enough to handle time travel technology. Well, when you think about it, is anyone responsible enough for it? Got you by the balls down, I love. I should say. Anyway, we're back. Was there anything else you wanted? Fuck off. Was there anything else you wanted to know, Tenshi? Yeah, about what happens. Get back, no. Yeah, about what happens to people who pass through the time window. Ah, how did I know you would ask that about that? I'm asking purely for scientific... Yeah, save it, you perv. So basically the science behind it is when a person goes through the time window, but in endocrine system gets sort of hypercharged, if you will. It causes them to work overtime and thus it produces an outlandish amount of estrogen. This, among a few other things, makes the girls grow more womanly curves and act a lot more seductive. So it messes with their brain? Essentially yes, but we tested enough to make sure none of the effects are harmful or permanent. So we asked that you stay in your room for 24 hours after one of the girls come back from the time windows, so as to prevent you sort of any activities. We're going to do some activities, darling. Continue. I shuffled uncomfortably as she said it. A stern look on her face, I nodded silently. Now then, anything else you want to know? I think that's all I can handle for now, Michelle, thank you. I'm more than happy to talk about these things, Kenji. Feel free to talk to me about anything else that may confuse you. For now, go get some rest. Yeah, alright, I'll see you tomorrow. Well, I'm exhausted. All three of them seem very nice today. It'll be nice to be around them and get my mind off things. I dressed in a loose t-shirt and some shorts and hopped into bed. Day 2, quickly passing out. Whoa. The fuck? I heard a blind alarm as I fell out of bed onto the floor. What the fuck? I rubbed my head as I stood up, heading towards the door out to the lab. What's going on? Contact is at it again. Sorry to wake you, Kenji, but this was an emergency signal. Have you pinpointed the location yet, Michelle? Just about. Rose, Kale, get suited up. I'll get this down in the meantime. I've tried to locate their source of their own time window, but while that trace is still available. Best of luck, Gramps. I stood there awkwardly as alarm blared. The sounds of rapid typing on the keyboards, and I'm fucking stay still. And I'm muttering under Michelle's breath, the only real thing keeping me occupied. After a few minutes, Kyo and Rose stepped back in. Rose's outfit I had seen before, but Kyo's took me back. Damn, she's a sexy maid. Hope you guys are enjoying this. Whoa! Wait, what? Kyo could tell I was looking right at her as I explained my shock. She blushed. But what? It's very flexible and I picked it up myself. No, sorry, it looks nice on you. I just wasn't expecting it, that's all. Alright Kenji-san, if you say so. Not as if you'll be able to see it for long. Now get in there. I got them targeted and I'm ready for confrontation. Be careful you two. You never know what kind of trouble they could be trying to rustle up. What are they trying to alter this time? Mid-18th century Germany, apparently trying to do something about the Sicilian Wars. Always has to be a war, doesn't it? I carry a sword for a reason, Kyo. Oh, I know, but still, can't they try to alter anything else? Apparently, they want to play peacekeepers through time. I have no idea what kinds of insane plans they have, but now isn't the time to discuss it. True. Keep going, I'll have an eye on you guys, so don't worry. Nose nodded as the time window opened in a blinding flash of white. So I do sound effects. I stepped up towards it and vanished through the portal. I disappeared. Go back. Back. I disappeared and Michelle put up a video on the large monitor in front of her. I leaned over her shoulder and was able to see this scene along with her. So this is where they're at. How can you see this? The Time has some very helpful abilities such as an observance mode that lets me see what the girls see for as long as they're through it. As you can see, they made it through just fine. Now watch and learn, kid. So I got two shit right here. Ugh, I never get used to this sort of thing. Boobs going big. Just hang in there, Rose. It'll be fine. Yep, no, boobs went big. Ooh. Damn! Tasty treats, darlings. Eat. Waiting for a treat, you guys are. Both girls grit their teeth as their chests suddenly surged into their respective clothes. As they moved through the time Window's vortex, more and more was stacked up on their already prominent busts. Oh. They dared not speak as their clothes crinked and groaned. I don't think clothes can go, or, can they? No. Just into their new and size of the bustling orbs, they weren't meant to keep going. Oh, I get it now, never mind. Those going in. I swear we get bigger each time. As long as we don't keep any of it, I don't care. But what's the matter, Rose? They look nice from you. Hee hee. Rose pushed at Kyo's words as their chests made one final surge outwards. Just for your guys' enjoyment. I'm gonna sit back here and wait 5 minutes. You fat one out? That's good. We can continue now. You bust one out? The sudden flush of growth caused them both to gasp as they reached their new size. As they reached a new size, just as perky somehow, as before they went through. Oh. Phew, made it! Honestly, I don't see what those metalheads think they can achieve. How do you stop an entire war from happening? I don't know. They're so weird like that, but I guess we should start looking. Probably. The Dio walked across the open field, seeing a band of warriors in the distance. Let's hope we don't bump into whatever's going on over there. Ah, who cares? We're invisible to them, remember? Yeah, but I always feel so naked in this. Honestly, I don't know why you refused the petition. I made that we shouldn't actually go in naked. True. Because we didn't know for sure what they couldn't see us, Kyo. Wait. Because we didn't know for sure that they couldn't see us, Kyo. Also, I'd rather not travel through time in the buff, thank you. Thank you very much. Shrugs, I won't mind, but Michelle advised against it. That explains with your outfits are skimpier than mine. And also why it stretches better when we grow. Well, enough boob talk. Can we get back to work? What are those front hip freaks anyway? Look who finally made it. Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Let the fucking bass jump. Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Let the fucking bass go. And we're going to go to remix now.
Why fuck with the juggler? You can't fuck with the juggler. Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Let the fucking bass jump. Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Let the fucking bass go. 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 Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Let the fucking bass go.
Sorry guys, I'm right, we're back. Hope you did enjoy that little funny vid. Just because I can. Anyway guys, Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Tweedledee. No, I'm not going to do it again. Alright. Kyo, So nice to see you two dopes again. Come and try to follow the plan as usual. And what are you getting at now, Mizuki? Where's Bunny? Doing your dirty work while you talk trash? I'm right behind you, you airhead. To play by Bunny. Gosh, I thought we had gotten curvier. I thought we'd got curvier. If you got it, flaunt it. Right, Mizuki? That's right, my dear bunny. Now then, if you two would kindly buzz off while we have some work to do. Haha, yeah, right, no. The whole point of us coming here is to stop you from doing whatever you're trying to do. Oh, good luck. It's going to take us a while. And the longer we're here, the bigger you two get. I mean, that applies to you guys too. Well, a big difference here is that we enjoy every minute of it. Wow, you're not going to stay here much longer. Enjoy, guys, enjoy. In fucking joy. Done? Done? If you dirty people are done, let's continue. Right, give me the text back. Give me the text back. Give me the text back. Thank you. Oh, you fuckhead. Getting strong on me now. Yeah, well, you're not going to stay here for much longer. I think I am, mate. Rose drew a sword. Ah, yes, but also scary sword. How terrifying! Just for you guys, you can see that. I could see watching it from the monitor, seeing the scene play out bit by bit at a time. I noticed Kyo pull out the feather duster. Wasn't sure from where, but she had one. She swiftly flicked it and whips, stretching from the tip, becoming as long as she was tall. Becoming as long as she was tall. That makes no sense to me. It seemed to crackle and crackle with some sort of energy. You better back off and get back to the town you came from. Your powers, intimidation, know no bounds. My Mizuki tended to have a very flat tone in her voice. I could sense the sarcasm all the way through the screen. They stared each other down, Mizuki pulling out some weapon of her own, throwing stars, and other weapons that could have been owned by the ninjas I had seen on TV. The silence seemed to hang before they all lunged at each other. Whap! Rose was a graceful sight, swirling around as Bunny went for a high kick. Her stiletto her heel just missed the eloquent knight's face. Rose's chest jostled around with her rhythm. I could tell Michelle shot me a look that said, "You better behave yourself now." Kyo stayed stationary, cracking her whip towards Mizuki, who unleashed her own serious weapon. They flew past her, and I watched as a ninja star went straight towards Kyo. She bent backwards far enough to avoid injury, but not far enough to prevent the shuriken from whisking down between her cleavage and coming to a comfortable stop, much to her embarrassment. I could see her face quickly turn in a burning pink colour as she dug deep to retrieve it, before retaliating by swinging her whip above her head, thrusting at Mizuki's hand. It managed to latch onto her, and as soon as it did, Kyo squeezed the base of her duster, sending a jolt of electricity forth towards Kanoichi. It managed to connect. Mizuki shrieked and shaking before seemingly falling apart. Oh, should I? Her clothes seemed to disappear first, and all I could do was watch it as a stark naked girl dissolved into nothingness. Damn! I felt a knock against my head. Michelle reminded me that she was indeed right next to me. Enjoying the show, perv? Hey look, it's not my fault that our clothes completely fall off first. I mean, yeah, fair enough. That's all she had to say before turning her back to the monitor to watch. I turned my attention over to Rose, who had struggled against Bunny. While Mizuki had seemed prim quick, she had been felled by a slight misstep. However, the taller girl seemed to be putting up a stronger fight. Her legs were swift and kept Rose moving quickly around at every second, dodging and weaving through the flurry of kicks and knee jabs that went being sent her way. Eventually, Bunny got a hit in as she did. Kyo came up behind him, materialising what looked like a tea tray. It's now really time for tea. Watch and learn, kid. I'm back, guys. That was my brother. He's the one who told us about this game as well. He also just recommended me another game called Time Hollow. I'll check that out another time. Anyway, watch and learn, kid. The tray launched from her hand and began to glow a bright blue colour, whirling and quicker as it got closer to Bunny. Hello, Vibration. 1 minute, guys. We're back, sorry guys, just tweeting to Shidazzle Show and Beckett. Their links in the description, go check them out. Anyway, back to the fucking story. Unfortunately, Bunny took notice before it got much closer and quickly lunged her heel to deflect at the tray. Like that. Kicked the tray away. It was then that I realised that the tray was a distraction for Rose, who had gotten back up from being knocked down on the ground. Stabbed her in the fucking head. Rose swiftly took her sword and ploughed it into Bunny harshly. Bunny gasped, stopping with her leg still cocked up in the air. Don't think it is made up. Does that look like it's cocked in the hair? In the air? Yeah, fucking legs are straight. Anyway, continue. My hair's together. Baby! I'm sorry. I thought anything else could happen. Her clothes suddenly fell to pieces. She didn't seem to mind. Somehow I could hear her chuckle. A nasty grin sprawled across her face. Don't get too big for your britches, girls. We will not. We accomplished what we needed to do here before you could interfere. But I do hope we can meet again. She was cut off as her form disintegrated suddenly. Falling to dust, both Kyo and Rose seemed exhausted. Ooh. Michelle sighed, brushing her long hair from her face. Ugh! Now, Kenji, go to your room. What? Why? Do you really need to ask that from what Rose was yesterday? Now go to your room and don't come out until tomorrow. Why should I? Kenji, listen to Michelle. No! Trust me, why you don't... When you don't... Trust me, when you don't, bad things tend to happen. I couldn't believe this. Even my grandfather sounded intimidated by Michelle. I huffed, turning towards the hall and going into my room. Yeah, well, we'll see what happens next time, Michelle. Fuck you, Michelle. An hour or so passed as I laid in my bed thinking to myself and staring at the ceiling. Even after having a day to let it all sink in. Oh, pardon me. These new things happening, these new concepts and ideas, they still made no sense. And they still frighten me. If people could go back in time now, then they could, like, change things for the better. But from watching movies and reading stories, I knew about time travel, time paradoxes and the butterfly effect. It wasn't at all that easy. I thought about my parents, about my home burning down in front of me. I thought, I could go back and stop that from happening. Would it be the right thing to do? If I did that, then I'd have my family again. But then I would have never known about my grandfather's lab or met the girls. But in that case, I would have never gone back in time and stopped the fire. God, my brain hurts. Just as I said that, I heard a knock on my door. Come in. The door stood open, revealing Michelle on the other side. I swiftly sat up looking at her, stone faced as she looked at me through the doorway. Is it alright to enter? Yeah, of course, have a seat. I offered her a chair, but she sat softly into it. She sighed and looked up at me. Thank you, Kenji. She was so silent for a moment, and the confusion slowly hit me. For what, Michelle? For leaving when I asked. I know how tempting it must be for a grown man as yourself to just leave two girls with exaggerating figures and heightened desires alone. So I commend you for your restraint. I'm knocking on the chair, yes. I can feel warmth rush my face as I rub the back of my head bashfully. Yeah, sure, I mean, it's only polite. Yes, you're right, and I truly appreciate it. So in return, next time you may feel free to visit either of the girls in their next downtime. Just give them some time to recover from the effects of time with us first. Wait, so I need permission to see them also then? Well, I suppose not, but I had assumed you knew. I assumed that you knew what they could be a bit much when under the influence of side effects. But you have proven to be mature enough. Well, yeah, I am. Oh, whoa, go back. And again. Thank you. I will continue now, for fuck's sake. She stood her short meeting seeming over. No, she stood her short meeting. Seeing it over, before turning back towards me, it gave me a steely gaze. Like that, I guess. But I swear, you try and take advantage of those girls behind my back. She made a threatening gesture. Of running her finger across her neck in a slight motion. Oh, hurt. We haven't been allowed there much longer, kid. An awkward silence hung in the air after a minute before her mood suddenly flipped to cheery, giving me a big smile before swinging my door back open. Sleep well, Kenji. Fuck you, bitch. You just threatened me. Fucking hell. We'll read this in again in a minute, guys. And with that, she left Michelle, still mystified with me, with her behaviour, but I shrugged it off before sinking back into bed and I'm not to sleep. Day 2, motherfuckers! I woke up and he stepped out into the hallway. We can see what's going to happen next. Oh my god, standing around near the end of the west hall was Rose, tapping on her cell phone. Hearing my door open, she glanced up and beamed a smile. She wore her usual around the lab outfit. Kenji, this way. I was just about to get some breakfast. I nodded and walked over to her, following her into the cafeteria. Have a seat, I'll grab you something real quick. You like muffins? And I'm going to leave this here in a minute. In fact, no, we're going to keep going, fuck it. Yeah, sure, that sounds fine. Cool, I slice one open and get it all nice and warm for you. Just take a seat and I'll join you for breakfast. Her voice was reassuring and soothing as she gracefully stepped over into the kitchen area. I heard the sound of beats from the microwave. I sat there thinking of the offence from yesterday. How crazy it was to see those incredibly intelligent girls do physical combat with other shady looking ladies. This whole situation keeps getting weirder. Eventually, after a few more beeps from the kitchen area, Rose returned, carrying 2 plates. Each one had a blueberry muffin. Oh, fuck you. Ew. No. Just for your guys' enjoyment. You don't mind, Ken? Good. Anyway, she smiled as she handed me the plate. Enjoy, I hope you like blueberry. I really don't. I like chocolate chip. Thank you, and yeah, it's one of my favourites. No, it's not. Oh, me too. Boysenberry too. And have you ever had an orange cranberry? I shook my head. It sounded like a strange combination to me. Oh, they're so hard to find sometimes. So hard. But they are definitely worth it. She paused to take a bite of a muffin. Her posture and mannerism very posh and refined. Kyo always carries around those rice cracker things. Makes me wonder how unhealthy they are. But it can't be that bad, judging by how well she stays in shape. I suppose that's true. I do love baking all sorts of treats for her. She really seems to appreciate them. Michelle won't get near my projects though. Why is that? Does Michelle not think your baking is good? I'm gonna say right here, guys. Cliffhanger. Are you sure it's over at your side? Say yes. And guys, if you guys did enjoy this, then let me know, because I enjoyed this. I know everyone enjoyed the first part, so hopefully you'll enjoy this part too, because this is really cool. It's a really good series, and there's plenty of candy. Anyway guys, if you guys did enjoy this video, then let me know, and I shall see all of you in the next video, I guess. Bye bye guys.
Fuck with the jump line, Tweedledee and Tweedle the jump line. Let the fucking face with the jump line. Tweedledee and Tweedle the jump line. Let the fucking face crack. Tweedledee and Tweedle jump. Let the fucking face crack. Tweedledee and Tweedle jump. Let the fucking face crack. Tweedledee and Tweedle the jump line. Let the fucking face with the jump line. Tweedledee and Tweedle the jump line. Let the fucking face with the jump line. With the jump line, Tweedledee and Tweedle the jump line. Let the fucking face with the jump line. Tweedledee and Tweedle the jump line. Let the fucking face crack. Tweedledee and Tweedle jump. Let the fucking face crack. Tweedledee and Tweedle jump. Let the fucking face crack. Tweedledee and Tweedle the jump line. Let the fucking face with the jump line. Tweedledee and Tweedle the jump line. Let the fucking face with the jump line.